Welcome to Dude RV. Hey, I really appreciate you stopping by, and of course, say it with me, you got here just in time. That's right, just in time for another campground experiential video. And as you saw in the title, we are at Lake Louisa State Park, Florida. We're, I don't know, south and west of Orlando. We're not here to visit Orlando. We're just passing through. This is our third night camping in Florida and our second Florida State Park ever. Totally different environment, and I'm really excited about what I've seen here so far. And I gotta say, this is going to sound kind of silly, but I was really surprised at how hilly this area is. You know, when I think Florida, I think flat. We passed through all the hurricane damaged areas, most of them. We still got a little central Florida flooding stuff to go through. Large part of Lake Louisa State Park is closed due to flooding, but we're going to be able to see most of the stuff here. And we're going to start off with our campsite overview. Site number one, Lake Louisa, or is it Louisa? Louisa? I'm gonna say Louisa. If I'm wrong, post a comment down there. Before we get into this video, hit the howdy button. Tell me howdy. Tell me, have you camped Florida State Parks? What is your favorite Florida State Park? Have you ever been to Lake Louisa? Let us know in the comments down there. If you get any insider info, we could sure use it, because we ain't from around here. So site number one, it's a handicap site, so that means we have a paved surface, and we're just like restrooms right there. We'll do the shower check. You're gonna like it. This is a 50 and water, 50 amp and water. They have a dual spigot, and you know it probably doesn't get too cold here because the PVC pipe's not wrapped. It's not insulated. I really like these trees and the moss. It's just so cool. These are some type of cypress. Maybe it's a white cedar, eastern white cedar. And of course we have the sweet gums. We have some live oaks. We have a big paved pad. Now, pad does slope to the rear and high on this side. Look, somebody left their beer tops. And can't you just, there's trash cans here too. We have a wooden picnic table, a place to string a hammock. Now we haven't seen too many of those in I don't know how many parks I've done. I've done a lot of parks, but rarely do we see hammock hangers. A place to cook a steak or some burgers on the grill, and a place to burn some wood. It doesn't look like any wood's been burned in there for quite some time, and I don't know if there's a burn ban or anything like that. I'll find out. So let me put on the gear. I've deployed Sable. I'm going to be using both Sable and the Valkyrie for this, because this park has got there's a lot of room. It's 3 miles from the gate to the campground, which round trip would be 6 miles, and I get about 8 to 10 out of the scooter, so I'd really be pushing it. So we're going to do the virtual tour from the Valkyrie, but meanwhile we're going to go see some stuff on Sable. Just look at that. Isn't that's just so cool. That's a live oak. Coastal live oak, I think. Oh, it's just, I love it. And then the palmettos. This is so cool. All right, let's go see some stuff. First thing we're gonna do is check out the shower facility. It's very clean in here. So if you're not camping here, you gotta pay for the shower separate. That's not a good sign. maybe I just didn't pull it out. Yeah, there we go. All right. We even have a shower stool in addition to a bench. And the handicapped toilet is like really wheelchair friendly. Yeah, I'm pleased to see that although I'm not sure I'll be able to use them, we do have a washer and dryer as well as a sink. No household trash in here though. Let's go see some more stuff. There are several lakes in Lake Louisa State Park. This one I think is the largest. This is Dixie Lake. You know, this dock is like right here at the camping loop. Place to launch your kayak, and just be aware there's gators in this water. And it's swimming with gators is discouraged. They say that's probably not a safe thing to do. All right. Unfortunately, you don't have to go too far to find stuff to do at Lake Louisa State Park if you're RV camping here. So if you're coming out to Lake Louisa State Park and you don't have an RV and you don't own a tent, you don't want to invest in a tent, but you still want to have an experience of camping in a state park, a Florida state park, mind you, you'll be happy to know they actually have tents at this Florida State Park. Not just tents, but air-conditioned tents. This is a very large bell tent, and if you've been following Dude RV for any length of time, you'll know that I have worked with the bell tent, one very similar to this. And these tents are, if you're going to be in a tent, a bell tent's the way to do it. And inside, it's like being in a hotel. Look at that. You'll need to bring your own linens. And then we have Adirondack chairs, place to cook some food. Actually, two different places to cook food. Picnic table and a sailcloth that it's not really giving you much shade. So, water, 20 amp power. How cool is that? Let's go find some more stuff. It's not recommended that you go swim with alligators. This is the lake on the other side of the street. I think it's Herman, something like that maybe. And there again, you have a kayak launch. I kind of think it's not real deep because of the lily pads. Not necessarily a good place to. So if you want to get on the water and you want to take advantage of that launch platform, and you don't have a kayak, no worries. You can rent one. You can rent a stand-up paddleboard or a kayak at the little store right across the way. Have you seen those Florida vacation commercials where you see the people riding horses on the beach? Well, no, you can't ride horses on the beach here at Lake Louisa, but you can ride horses. They even have riding clinics. So you can come out and ride a well-ridden horse. Florida's got a few freshwater fish. I don't know if you have to have a license to fish in Florida state parks or not. This is the other side of Dixie Lake. The campground is right over there. This looks like a better place to fish, except the wind is in your face. You pass this on your way to the campground. So now I'm seeing some residual from the hurricane. Lots of water flowing there. There's a little alligator laying on that log right there. We'll see if we can zoom in on him. Most of the trails are closed. I'm not here to do trail riding anyway. I'm here to just check out nature. Look at those cool trees. That's just so picturesque. Wow. All right. Let's go. Let's see if we can find Lake Louisa. I'd like to have that in miniature. Like a bonsai. That would be so awesome. Bear Lake. I think that's Bear Lake. Although that could be Lake Louisa. Unfortunately, everything is flooded. Water everywhere. So we just left the Lake Louisa day use area that was all closed. And everything's underwater. And we have since traversed Bear Lake. And we are way down here in the primitive equestrian and youth camping area. They actually have handicap parking for wheelchairs. I guess that's so you can bring your wheelchair to the covered pavilion. They do have water and trash, place to cook. And it looks like your equestrian camps pretty much just have picnic tables and a couple of paddocks, place to put the horses, and that's about it. All right, we need to go find it. We need to find a boat ramp. I know my boat ramp fans need a boat ramp, so I'll go find us a boat ramp. Wah, wah. My boat ramp fans are gonna be disappointed. Well, kinda. I mean, there's a place to launch your boat, but not much of one. You better make sure you've got a four-wheel drive and some hip waders. That's the Bear Lake boat ramp. There may actually be a concrete boat ramp in there, but we can't get to it. Now we need to go see some cabin stuff. I keep seeing the signs that say wildlife. Oh, he just went in. That's a big tortoise. I was wondering why all the signs had the tortoise on it and not anything else, but apparently there's a lot of those tortoises here. So Lake Louisa State Park actually has cabins available. And these are not just cabins. Well, by golly, they look like houses to me. But the cool thing is, check out this screened porch. How cool is this? I mean, you can just hang out here on this porch all day and you don't have to worry about skeeters. And it's literally just, it's a house. Linens included. They actually have linens. And in addition to this, I mean, if you just gotta have, this one's handicap ADA accessible. And they even have a place to have a fire and eat outside. So you got a place to grill up some dogs and burgers, fire pit, and a table. How cool is that? I don't know how many they have. I don't know what they rent for, but this would definitely beat a hotel room all day long. All right, it's time to do a scooter run. I know I said it was time to do a scooter run, but I just couldn't pass number 14 without taking a look. I mean, it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's just, I don't know, it appeals to me. I like the, I don't know, I guess I like the tree. Uh-oh, wait, gotta stop. We gotta see this. There he goes, see? I'll run back to his den. Woo! Whoa! What a run! Lake Louisa State Park, Florida. Right down the road from Disney World. and a lot of other Orlando-related stuff. I had no idea that you could be in a state park this close to the Disney parks. Not that I do take my money there anyhow, but yeah, that's interesting. If you're okay with spending money at the Disney Corporation, this might be a. You're probably going to be staying at Fort Wilderness, not at Lake Louisa State Park. I really like the campsite. I mean, just look at my view. I got the palmettos, and you see the lake back there. Yeah. I only wish that we had been able to go see the day use area, that wasn't flooded, but that's outside of my control. I'll have to come back. Oh, darn! So I think this is a fantastic waypoint stop if you're moving north and south on the Florida Turnpike, because literally we're just right off the turnpike. It's a whole lot more economical than some of the RV resorts. But certainly more economical than Fort Wilderness, because that is, in my opinion, not at all economical. We're done. We have a short drive day tomorrow. Well, I say short. We're gonna continue heading south. We're on our way to Miami, and then beyond after spending a week in Miami. I'm really starting to get tired hitting a different campground every day, though. It's starting to weigh on me. So we got to wrap it up early. We have a transfer switch issue with the coach, so tomorrow morning we got to roll out of here to be at. Oh yeah, don't bother if you decide to go to Camping World or just north of where we are. Just as you come off of the turnpike onto 75, if you're coming south, don't go to that Camping World. Just don't do it. Don't try to. Why they would put an RV dealership there is just mind-boggling. We were lucky to be able to get our coach out, because the roads are just steep, abrupt. There was a lawn crew that helped us navigate around this, and they're like, oh, we can't even get our trailers in here. But the people in in Camping World told me I pointed out the window. Am I gonna be able to drive on through here to get out? And like, oh yeah, no problem. Obviously that guy doesn't drive or pull an RV, because you can't go that way. Anyway, I'm ranting. If this is your first visit to Dude RV, I sure appreciate you staying with me to this point. I'd be most honored if you'd consider clicking on the subscribe button. If you've been following along and have already subscribed, thank you. I know your time is valuable, and I really appreciate you spending time with me. And for my patrons, I am most grateful for your generosity. You guys rock. All right. We'll see you down the road. We'll see you at the next one. Y'all come back now, you hear?